Up early on my Aunt Shirley. I'm about to start bringing y'all some new shit. You know what I'm saying? Barbershop stories. I got a lot of barbershop stories. It's not penitentiary stories. I know. I hate to disappoint y'all. I never was locked up because I was quick on my toes. You know what I'm saying? But this is called barbershop stories. I worked in a barbershop for like 10 years. And we had this shop owner named Anthony. He was like kind of like a shrewd businessman, kind of like a snake. You gotta be careful. And there's this other barber named Marcus. He had 13 years in the penitentiary, came home and got killed by a drunk driver. But he didn't get killed the same day. He was out for like 3 years, then he got killed by a drunk driver. Luckily, he had a daughter and stuff, but we worked at this barbershop called Anthony's. And we used to gamble a lot. Niggas was shooting dice in the back. Niggas was gambling on Madden. And one day we set this dude up. It's barbershop stories, y'all. Volume 1. This dude used to come in, he used to be beating everybody, talking shit, talking crazy to everybody, staying there all day, whooping everybody. People gambling. He would fuck the gambling up because he would always win, so people would kind of stop gambling. And I used to hold the shop down. I was pretty good at Madden to where I would hold the shop down against like regular people that play Madden. But when the Maddenologists come in, you know, you can't really do nothing against Maddenologists. People that play Madden that know they're going to get interceptions, they're going to shut you down on defense, they're going to embarrass you, they're going to run the score up. You know, you got to be pretty good at Madden to be good at Madden. That num juice. So this one day, this dude come in the shop, he whooping everybody, talking shit. And he talking shit too. Man, one of them games when niggas talk too much shit, you be like, man, I'm just saying though, nigga. Niggas ain't got hands though. You know, Madden, you know, you lose at Madden, you be ready to fight. Like, I ain't no sucker though, nigga. You know, Madden bring that Madden bring that bully out of niggas, you know what I'm saying? Madden kinda, you know, Madden get you in your feelings. So the shop owner, his name, you know, I told y'all, he Anthony, he kinda shady a little bit. The shop owner, I told the shop owner, I said, look man, my nephew, he real good at Madden. He could beat cuz. And Anthony was like, he can't, you think so? I said, yeah, man. Anthony said, well, you know he be gambling and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know he be gambling and he got a lot of money. Dude had like a new Corvette. This back in the day, it was when the Corvette, he had the new Corvette that came out that year. I was a little upset with him behind that. I was kind of upset with him. So, he like, call your nephew, see if he'll come up here and play him in Madden, and then we could gamble, and your nephew could because I think Anthony had lost some money to him earlier playing on Madden. He like, call your nephew, if your nephew good enough, we can go on a gamble, you know what I'm saying, and get paid. I'm like, all right, bet. So, what I do is I call my nephew. I'm like, hey man, you know, come up here. It's this dude. My nephew. First of all, my nephew loved to play Madden. He was hella good at Madden too. I'm like, nephew, it's this dude up here whooping everybody at Madden. My nephew used to come to the barbershop and hang out with us from time to time and stuff. My nephew, like, evidently my nephew, he already knew what was up with it. He already knew what was going on. He was like, he up there right now? I said, yeah, dude up here right now. He whooping everybody. My nephew, like, he gamble. My nephew gamble on the Madden too. I don't gamble on the Madden. Cause I'm gonna be upset. I don't got money. I shoot dice real quick. Now we can shack real quick. That's it. But my nephew was like, come get me, and we gonna set him up. My nephew knew how to play him. He like, look, I'm gonna let him win the first game, just to get him juiced up, and talk shit that I'm coming. We gonna set him up. I'm gonna let him win the first game, and then I'm gonna just beat him the rest of the games. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, bet. I go get my nephew. We come back to the shop. Dude's still there. My nephew, like, you know, they start playing. And it's a trip because my nephew was letting them win. And dude was getting juiced up. Dude was, yeah, man. Nigga, we gotta win, got this nigga. Woo, woo, woo. We let him win some money, you know what I'm saying? And my nephew just was like, he just looked at everybody. He looked at me, Marcus, and Anthony, like, okay. After the first game, he was like, all right, y'all get ready. Y'all put y'all money up. So niggas start putting up 100, 200. Niggas start putting big money on the games, right? And then my nephew was so cold with it. It was like the second game, my nephew won, but he won like barely to get the dude juiced up. Then we won some money. My boy Marcus, like I say, rest in peace to my boy Marcus, player ass nigga from Houston. Marcus was juiced up. Marcus was like, yeah, he was winning his money back. Anthony was sitting back like laughing and smiling. So then they played a third game. My nephew blew him out in this game. Niggas win their money again. So then they play a fourth game. My nephew whoop him again. My nephew getting, and see, this how we was doing. My nephew, we were just paying him to play. Like, you ain't even got to gamble. We just gonna pay you like 50 per game just to play this nigga. So my nephew up there doing cool. After the fourth game, my boy Marcus dropped to the ground and started hitting the centipede on him, because we was glad he was getting beat, and we was glad that we was getting paid, getting the money back that he had won earlier. So when Marcus started hitting that, I think it was that centipede that kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like old boy realized that he was getting set up. He kind of realized that, I think he kind of caught on. So after like the fourth game, we done won like $500 from the dude. You know what I'm saying? Marcus hitting the centipede, got the money in his hand. He got the hundreds in his hand like this, ready to play, ready for him to play the next game. So after my nephew won like the fourth game, dude was like, hey, let me go out to my car and get the money. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we follow him. You know, we kind of go outside when he go to the car. So it was funny because as soon as he got in the car, that boy just hurry up, start the car up, try to take off. I hop in my car, we try to chase the dude down. He blowing through lights. Now, once you start doing all that, you can have it, man. It's like he blowing through lights in a Corvette, risking getting hit, risking getting T-boned, trying to get away with this punk ass money. You know what I'm saying? Anthony then lost him a customer behind this shit. You know, dude never came back to the shop, and dude was a long time loyal customer to Anthony too, but he never came back. And it was just crazy, man. Like, we still had shit like that happening all the time, you know. But that was just one of the funniest moments, man. You know, dude was whooping everybody. We set him up. My boy hit the centipede, though. I could see dude kind of look. When my boy hit the centipede, you could see dude coming. It's a setup. I'm looking like, man, he done won about 500 from you already. Old boy hopped in the car and burnt out. You know what I'm saying? I got another barbershop story, but I'm gonna wait till the next time. You know what I'm saying? But y'all stay tuned for these barbershop stories. I got all kind of stories from like 15 years of working in the barbershop, man. This was some funny ass shit, man. My nephew would call every now and then. Y'all got somebody else in there? Y'all got somebody else here that think they good at Madden? Yeah, that shit was crazy.